And then she's like, something about like the ocean. Quite funny though. Sorry. Oh, I have the camera angle was blinding. I need water. Hold on, this will be untangled less soon. Okay, that's one untangled. I hope so. She's disrespecting the country, man. And they're allowing it. Oh,
she's yes, because he's, dazzled by her beautiful looks and, dazzled by her
She's wearing an ugly swan outfit. Like, okay, Maya's pretty. Maya from the past, pretty. She's ugly! Jesus!
What can I say?
No. I know, I
don't know. Because she's a lady. And that obviously makes all the difference in the world to me. To Ouchie.
He probably hasn't done anything in a while.
Ouchie. In pain. Okay.
He probably hasn't done anything in a while. I stand by that statement. You know it's true. Granted, I don't know how this works exactly.
Well, you had what, Gaspar?
Gaspar pain, oh my god. The minute I found out his name, I'm like, Jesus Christ, Gaspar.
You may have Ouchie. Come on now.
I have to look at his name. It was like, when I was looking at his name, it was like Samurai something or whatever. Okay. I like his name more. Yeah, I'm just trying to lost his stuff.
At least that's it. Laundry is kind of done.
Okay. Tropical punch, fruit punch, or peach mango. Pick one. That's good to me. I probably looked through these in the street. Yeah, that's okay. I have to finish this one's off the bones, anyways. Alright. Oh, I didn't get my flannel. Oh, whatever.
That's baby big. After this
Ooh, an ad break? Cool. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Ugh.
Oh, I think it's for Grubhub, sorry.
Can I summon my son here without my phone dying? Can I summon multiple people without my phone dying? I'm like typing like super fast. Okay, my son's coming. Alright.
Okay.
Hi, 21. I'm a mother to a 23-year-old.
Right.
So that's just a normal ass statement. Oh, work eternal mom went live. So on Instagram, I put that I was going live around 9 because I was like 45. And I was like, oh, let's put that I'm going live. And I said like, oh yeah, sorry. So the legit reason as to why we weren't streaming this, and it sucks, but we had gotten head colds, so doing voices just sucked. So it wasn't fun. But I put on Instagram like, we're back, finally! Jesus Christ, these damn time travel parts, they just don't come quickly. It said it was gonna come in a couple days. It took 2 millennia for this thing to show up. It's like, our mail order time travel parts came in finally. Oh. Don't go to, your time machine needs.
Timemachines.com?
Timemachines.com.
Time machine parts.
No,
Time machine needs, yeah.
no. It's Rock Auto. Is that weird car website? RockAuto.com or
Timemachine.com.
TimeAuto.com.
Every time machine needs.
Time machine. Basically,
Spare parts.
don't go to that website. It's a sucky ass website. Anyways, we're back. Where we last leave off, I have no idea. Actually, I do. So we were put on recess again. This is the longest intro trial I've ever seen. Hell, it's almost as long as like Bridge to Turnabout, even though me lollygagging and screwing around doesn't help either. I'm getting distracted. But yeah, this is a very long trial. I think it's 5 hours. Yeah, it's been long. But we got bitch face. Sorry, Swan bitch to speak. Yes. We got I don't even remember her name. I remember Ouchie, Kazuma, Reynolds, Sir Judge here, who's looking very spiffy. Also, I know it's not intentional, but it looks like he has bullhorns coming out of his hat.
Okay.
Doesn't it? Tell me it doesn't.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right. It does. Actually, now I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does.
Nonetheless, let's get back into this. Oh, on Instagram, I put a post on Instagram. It's funny, you have to read it. So, Wednesday night, we're going to be streaming The Witcher. Lance is going to come over. Yeah, then we should be continuing as normal. Maybe tomorrow night we'll do a little Dead by Daylight. Because Pinhead drops tomorrow, so I'm going to grab him, and maybe we'll test him out a little bit.
Like everybody else in the world, so we're gonna get any matches. Everybody in the world's got a killer.
It's called Play at Night, and you get faster killer matches. So we'll try him out. I don't know how I'm actually gonna like him. I've seen his playstyle. I obviously need to test out and play as him, but I'm not sure. Anyways, I've been rambling on too long. Let's get back into this. I don't remember any voices, so we'll bear with me. Well, I understand you are a judicial assistant to the defense. But why the sudden ingress into my courtroom? Ouch.
Oh.
Just again.
Shame on you.
I know it's back in the past.
I know.
You're just a casual.
I know nothing, no less. But yet, this one on the stand can do no wrong.
Hypocrisy. God. All right.
Ouchie, ouchie, uh-oh.
Ha! A judicial assistant and a woman, no less. No. The rules state that females are not permitted to this court of law, other than to testify. You had to ask that. Ah! Yes, I fully understand. I only asked for 5 minutes of time. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense. Ha! You're too late, little girl. Oh God, he sounds like the Wicked Witch in the West.
I'll get you right, Vicky.
This trial has already been concluded. 5 minutes. I will not allow a moment. But, Your Excellency, I am most grateful.
Take that out.
Take that, asshole. Oh, sorry. I guess I have a full gallery over here. Now, this is Reynolds. Yes! In case you guys didn't know, Ryu... It translates to... In English, it means Reynolds. I'm totally not bullshitting that. It's a known fact.
It's a known fact.
Yes!
Did you use fact checker? Which is known to be just a little bit off.
Exactly, I used fact checker.
Oh, wait a second, that's Facebook checker. Sorry. Pardon me.
Okay. Who are you exactly? I'm sorry, there's no time. Please, simply accept this for now. What is it? A report about something? Written in English. It's... Oh, we know her name now! I'm not sure who this Queen Slayer Val is. I know who Queen Slayer Val is. Hey Val, thanks for lurking. It's Jezebel Brett... just Jezebel.
Giselle?
Giselle Brett's research. The Englishwoman's? After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson. I almost said Dr. Watson! I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical facility. Oh!
Oh, okay.
No, Queen Slayer.
I know, it's like Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if Dr. Wilson works with Dr. Sholmes, whatever. I went back to Dr. Watson's laboratory in the medical faculty, and borrowed this paper, which means you stole it. Oh yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she? So, does this mean the research, whatever it is, has something to do with this case? I'm afraid I don't know. I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself. Oh no, of course not.
Yeah,
Special characteristics of... What are the options?
Chewbacca, Grogu, or Yoda.
Obviously Grogu. What was the other one? Yoda? Grogu or Yoda? One of those two. Special characteristics of...
You know the scary part is 9.7% Yoda. 1.7% Grogu, because they probably had no idea who it was.
Probably.
Just saying.
Oh, that's just comforting. God, she's a mad scientist. Special characteristics and of Curé and its effects on human subjects. Interesting. Curé? What's that? I've never heard that word.
Probably poison.
Where's that for?
Or it's reanimating. Reanimating.
Time's up! The prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom. Wow! You didn't need to go that far, asshole. It's like, I get you want her removed from the courtroom, but you asshat. There was little time for me to read it in detail. I've summarized from what I could on a note inside the cover. If you think it could be valuable, please cast your eyes over it. This is wonderful. Thank you. Goodbye then, and good luck.
Okay.
You've had long enough, Counsel. We can detain our English guest. We cannot detain our English guest any longer. I don't trust her, and it's the fact that you can't see her eyes.
Because they're hidden underneath that freaking swan hat, and she's hiding behind a mask.
Okay, they did the same thing with. This is my brain.
My brain on drugs.
No, this is my brain. 1 from watching too much Ace Attorney. 2 is also my brain picking up on things. And what I notice is a lot of the times with Dahlia Horthorn, you can't see her eyes clearly, especially in the anime. Like, you know, usually there's shade on her eyes or her head's tilted. You can't see her eyes clearly. And it's like, and they say that your eyes are the windows to the soul. Now, with that being said, you know, usually when you hide your eyes, usually when you're hiding your eyes, you're trying to avoid something. And it's the fact that this bitch is covering her eyes. I don't trust it, and that's also just me kind of picking up on this.
Found a notebook. And with that, she is gone. The judge will ask them if evidence after the pleasantry will be asked and presented.
I asked the prosecution and the defense now one last time Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but...
I've got this covered. We're good.
I'm the best! The prosecution has made its case enough. I wonder if I have a pen I can use. I don't think so.
No.
I have one somewhere. I have.
Yeah.
The prosecution has made its case convincing enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency. Reynolds, we're out of options here. This really is our very last chance. Before we do anything, Kazuma! What I read about you sucks. Oh, she said, oh, sure. A poison made from the bark of certain trees in the jungles of South America. The hunters of the region used it in ancient times to incapacitate their... Jesus Christ! What?
Okay, what's the second page say?
I don't know, we'll get to it! Oh, it has been good though. I've been uploading
Instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death in minute doses. The route of entry, the above mentioned effects occur when poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe character. Okay.
He was poisoned! Dr. Watson was poisoned!
We knew that. Well, yes. From her.
Well, I figured she killed him. I just didn't know how she killed him. Alright, let's finish.
Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, it's believed the toxin can have an application as an anesthetic. However, a solution for the respiratory arrest process as a result of the whole body paralysis must be found first, or patients would die of suffocation.
Oh, you crazy bitch!
Oh, in other words, she's testing it out on live. Test subject.
Great!
Okay, great.
Oh.
Alright. Nice.
This really is our very last chance. Yes, I know. I'm totally fine, totally not. God, I'm going to jail. Your Excellency! Yeah, it works. The defense does have new evidence. That look. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. Well, Miss Brett? Yes, Your Excellency. If you would... Actually, I should do that voice instead. If you wouldn't mind, could you grace us with your presence a little longer? It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid.
I'll have to politely decline. No. Seems I wasn't clear.
I'm sorry. Further proving my point of how suspicious she is, she takes her mask off, but you don't see it because her hat's covering her eyes. You don't see... You don't see her eyes. Which just proves she's hiding something. Sorry, I'm looking at you. Forgive me, Miss Britt, but it seems I wasn't clear. I realize that at first asked a question, however, I must treat this as an order. I've said it many times before, but the Japanese language makes no sense. My apologies, dear lady. Bullshit. Bullshit. So, counsel. What is this new evidence to present? Ah, the university pin collar. That's not exactly what I wanted to say.
Yes!
Yes.
Yes!
Take
Oh!
that.
Miss Giselle Brett. We've understood you were studying under Dr. Watson at
Dr. Wilson.
Dr. Watson at Yume University.
At UME University.
Doing research. See, you don't see her eyes.
Well, I don't think so. Well, no, because there was a gunshot. Wasn't there a gunshot?
Yeah, well, he could have been poisoned. Oh, what if she traced the, No. What if she poisoned... I don't know. Maybe she poisoned... No, he didn't eat. Maybe she poisoned his drink. I don't know. Okay.
Okay. We'll find out.
Research, by sheer coincidence, perhaps into a deadly poison?
I don't know.
And now he's sweating bullets like, wait, what? This delicate lady is doing research into poison?
Yes, this is.
It's Dahlia Hawthorne from the past. I'm convinced now. Poison? Where are you going with this, Council?
Well, you know.
A toxin known as Curare, Your Excellency. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death. Objection! What? What? Complete and utter nonsense. Curare, you say? I've never even heard of it. He's just the man in my voice. You wouldn't have done. What do you mean? I mean that you wouldn't have heard of Curare before, for one very simple reason. It doesn't exist. It does. Huh?
South Africa.
America. It doesn't exist in our country.
It does now.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. No. Oh, you're not that. No, it's great. I appreciate it. No, you're all good, Galaxy. It doesn't exist. I gave him a British voice, but you know that's okay. Correct, which means no matter what the tests the police do for the no matter what the tests the police can do for the toxins, they never identify Curare. I love it when he like slams down on the desk. And make sure you guys do check out Galaxy. He's an amazing streamer, an amazing friend, and also my son. Just don't look too deeply into it. You'll have to tune in.
How will we?
You have to tune into the streams when Lance is here to understand the full story.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Oh, no, I do have a Twitter account. It's BD. Oh, hi. Okay, well that's very good to know that you liked my tweet.
Oh, okay.
No, it's the Cryptid Council. One moment. I totally know what it is. I totally use Twitter every single day.
Oh, okay, sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally, I'm a human. I do have a Twitter account though, Galaxy. I do have the Cryptid Council. I do follow you, don't I? Hi. Galaxy, you follow me on Twitter. You follow me on Twitter. There, I sent you a message on Twitter. Okay. No, but I love it when he slams the desk and he's like, wait, what I just do? Why? Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison. What? I don't know. Maybe it's because no one's heard of it in this country. Order! I say. Order! Order this instant, or I'll steal your toes. No, that'd be too noticeable.
No. No.
Council, does this deadly poison truly exist? According to the report authored by the visiting research student from England, Curare has long been used by the tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace with their arrows. It seems that it's reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists. To lace their arrows? Yes. The report states that that is produced from the extract of the tree that grows deep in the Amazonian jungle. I messaged you. It's cryptid. I spelled it out in chat for you guys. And it was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the country. Okay, it was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims that animals shot by the arrows and laced with curare suffer instant death. Does that sum it up, Miss Brett? Well, I tried. It's in there.
Objection!
Objection! Trumpery? I'm assuming it's kind of like, huh? Like bullshit? Okay. These assertions are utter trumpery. To start with, if the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison. What is it with you and poison people? Jesus. You want to try the poison? He would have been shimmering, squirming, and writhing in pain, and the other dinnerist would have surely noticed. Apparently you didn't realize that. That's true. What do you say to that, Inspector? I know, I had to. It took me a while to do. Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that. I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being any kind of pain. According to this, however, it's the other way around. What do you mean, the other way around? The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that curare was used. Huh? Oh, you want to go?
No.
Explain yourself, counsel. And he's like, okay, where's the paper? The moment the toxin enters the person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all their strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they were in agony, if they were in total agony, it would be there'd be no visible sign of pain at all. How terrible! How terrible!
Yes, you didn't see it, you didn't notice it.
Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But with a chair under his feet to support him, as Dr. Watson did, the effects could go largely unnoticed. But I don't follow, Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death. The full explanation is extremely unpleasant. The poison causes immediate paralysis, as said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail. Oh, Jesus! Respiration? In other words, the actual cause of death was suffocation. And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware and unable, just unable to move. It's hideous! I don't know why I said that. To the observer, would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. That is the true nature of the deadly curare poison. Hosanaga? Hi, I'd move away. But you're suggesting that this bottle, Council, actually contains this terrifying poison? This is all very convenient, isn't it? Hiterto? Oh, a hitherto unknown poison. Okay.
No means of testing. What a happy tale for this
If I may? Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Well, damn, okay! It is you! It is you who must be taught! Of course! My Sure, be rude to your own kind. Yeah, I said kind. Be rude to your own ethnic. I know. She must. That's why her head's slumped over all the time. So this is how the Japanese behave, is it? What? You steal Miller's honest hard work, and then announce the results as if you discovered them? Cause that's what really matters here. No, not you trying to defend yourself because you're being accused of poisoning Dr. Watson. No. We're not gonna pull that shit. No. What you're more concerned about is your work being stolen and then presented and stolen and more borrowed and presented as someone else took it. Really? Bitch. I'm appalled. What a loathsome act. Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual. Whatever do you mean? Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for a heinous crime? That really is a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree? Enough of this! I, for one, refuse to accept it! The idea that some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan, I said that right, is this breaking the rules! What's so funny? Oh, excuse me, Your Excellency? Yes, Miss Brett? May I borrow that bottle for a moment, please? Well, yes, I don't see, why not? Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys. Jesus. Sorry? To an Englishwoman such as myself, this whole affair is... Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics, it's laughable, really. But I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end. You're probably... Cheers.
I'm new to it because she's probably taken it, tested it on herself.
Again, not showing her eyes. Wait, what are you doing? No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair.
Give me a second. I have to go throw the towels over there.
His hair is still blowing in the wind. Or his, banana. Goodness. Whatever is the matter? You all look quite stunned. So, no cure. All was clean. Is that what you're saying? You look quite incredulous, little boy, but of course, it is the simple truth. Thank you for presenting your findings in my research so concisely. Here in this grand venue, most kind. Thank you, waiter. Now then, Your Excellency. Yes, Miss Britt? I should like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more enough of my time for this furtherance of friendship between our countries. Yes, dear lady, we are most grateful for your assistance you've given. This doesn't make any sense. There had to have been poison in the bottle. So how did she swallow the whole glass and live to tell the tale? I don't understand it. Well, I suppose that if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade. I'll make a more interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London. There has to have been poison in the bottle. Doesn't there? But there...
We also had dental surgery.
At the Hada Clinic.
Yes, at the Hada Clinic.
But there can't have been, because otherwise she would have been killed over and be dead.
But it doesn't have to enter through the...
Oh yeah, I said it. Yeah.
Yeah. Contains poison.
Smart. The culprit did put the Curain poison into Dr. Watson's carbonated water. The defense refuses to change its position. You're serious.
Objection!
Objection! Fool, are you blind? There's no possible way that that bottle could contain poison, and you just saw Miss Brett drinking the water from it? That's right. Which rather complicates your argument, I think. But I believe that complication can be explained. How exactly? I need to think through all the things. Don't mind add up here, one by one. I'm sure the answers are in the evidence that we have in the book record somewhere. It has to be. There.
I'm not playing Minecraft. Or what is it? VR.
It's a gavel. Very well. If the defense truly intends to assert this claim, then I must ask you to support your assertion with evidence. What explains how the witness was able to consume the deadly poison? So it would be... Oh. And then I'm assuming it's going to be backed up with the medical report card.
Well, first you're going to question which section of the report reveals, and then you're going to hit special characteristics.
Okay.
And then
Yes!
Okay. I figured that was really good. The answer to this riddle is right here in Miss Brett's own research.
Objection!
This is not a valid explanation. No. After all... Oh, welcome back. You missed her being the biggest bitch in the world. Oh, shit. This Southern young scout impudent? Impudent.
this confused young scoundrel is trying to ridicule the
I'm not trying to ridicule anyone, honest. I'm just reading Maya's notes. Well, okay, fine. She might not be the biggest bitch. Dolly is the biggest bitch in all that.
She's a close second.
Poison!
Close second, sorry. I guess this is where Dahlia Hawthorne must have, like,
This is her ancestor.
channeled her.
I concur. The report is too extensive to be considered. It's in its entirety.
By the court, really?
Alright, fine. Alright, I can go this way. You will direct us to the pertinent section, counsel. Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to this riddle? Special characteristics. We've been hearing a lot. I've been hearing a lot about the Curain poison, and it's left me curious about something. Oh, counsel. Well, it sounds as though indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years. To place the head of their arrows, they shoot with whatever the prey they're hunting. We've been able to...
So we've been led to believe, yes.
Oh yeah, no. She's the biggest bitch of ancient times. And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat. Get to the point! Jesus Christ! Sorry, please.
Well, if they poison them, they wouldn't be able to eat it.
But if they use laced arrows, doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey? The hunt were going to eat? Yes! Good point! So, surely the hunters wouldn't want to eat their prey, wouldn't they? Because they'd be eating poison. Good gracious, Council! Now that would be madness. No, that would be madness. But actually, I found the answer to that conundrum. In the research paper here. Under special characteristics, it says the poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound. Through a wound, you say? I see, that makes sense. Yes! The mention of a particular detail seemed a little strange to me, though. Oh, you're going down, bitch. But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When Curie enters the body through an open wound, it has a terrifying poisonous effect. However, when it enters through the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever. What? Miss Brett, you authored this research. You knew Curie's special effects or special characteristics, and you knew that you would make a spectacle of drinking the water without any danger to yourself. You meddling little. What?
Oh.
What?
Okay. The bird's gonna take flight.
Shit! That thing's alive!
It's gonna attack him.
Jesus! That thing's alive! Oh my god! Okay! Alright!
Well,
As it turns out, you're a better lawyer than I thought you'd be. Jesus! Really? Me? A lawyer?
Objection!
Objection! All the poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure.
Shut up!
So, the little inbred little puppy has a new toy to play with, some facts he read in a book. But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly. What are you trying to say? Also, why are you getting so pissy-assed? What? Oh, okay. I was like, what? Your schoolboyish logic has a fatal flaw. Schoolboyish?
His account has been suspended or deactivated.
Oh, I'm
It
sure.
was created August
Well, I'm sure. I'm
8th.
sure.
You know, one of those. You know, who wasn't gonna follow the rules. Oh.
Flaw? Even as your brain has managed to deduce it, Curie is safe to ingest. It seems likely that the effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric sucus. Oh, yes, well, of course. Gastric suckers? What are those? So, lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk. The professor wouldn't have died. Not swallowed it, would he?
Oh, yes, he would have.
Bullshit.
Why do you know?
Why? Care to enlighten us?
Oh, I don't know.
That's right. Good gracious. Let's go. Again, remember this is a really professional Twitch channel. Very, very professional. Yeah, I have knots.
Oh,
Don't mind me. I'm
I
just.
thought it was the swan.
I have to rush this one. Did this one change? No.
I don't know. He just flapped
I
his wings.
didn't.
I don't know how he managed to do that, but you know.
I didn't realize this one was
What
alive.
can I say?
Alright. That's basic science, and even a schoolboy should be able to understand, no? Order! Order in the court! Order in the court now! bitch. Alright. No, not makeup, just brushing my hair. No, again, remember, this is a very professional stream. Obviously. I said this morning. The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drink the same poison, they would have been affected the same way. No, Your Honor, you're forgetting. Oh god, you're just as clueless as the other judge. Are you trying to suggest? Yes! The Curé poison is completely irrelevant in the case on trial. Oh, look who's... Obviously, completely and totally professional. That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that.
Oh, nice. So now you're calling us cockroaches. That's nice.
God. What is this belly inside me? I've never felt like this before. It's sort of conviction to break down the discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like. And more than anything else, it's an animalistic desire to take down my prey.
Okay.
Objection!
Objection! I don't think so, Miss Giselle Brett. How dare you use that tone with me, young man? You know very well that there is no fatal flaw. Here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victims called the same poison. You are alive. Dr. Watson is dead. I will try not to, I promise. Counsel, I am sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence. As we know, that poison is completely harmless when ingested. Why would Dr. Wilson, alone, Dr. Watson, have been killed by the Curé? And then this is the medical report card.
Take that!
As Miss Brett readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor. However, there is a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners. A fatal difference? Oh, you know what's coming, babe. The toxic effects of the Curé only are felt when the poison enters the body through a wound. For a healthy person with no injuries, drinking the water is completely harmless. What? What if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poisoned water? Inside? Yes, like the wound you might have if you just been to the dentist. Had your tooth extracted, for example? Ah! He's more confident now, I love it! Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day. So that's it. You used the knowledge to orchestrate this.
Never. Never.
Is she
never
laughing? I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish cartoon names and your half-baked arguments are all Purell? Purelli? What do you mean? Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough. What? You see, when you leave vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it. No. I mean, it could just slip. Oops. You bitch! Oh dear, how careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed. No! What is it? What just happened? It's the English woman. She just smashed the bottle. And the Supreme Court would a terrible one. Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect as much water as the milk bottle as possible at once. You're wasting your time. The delightful carpet under my feet was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you, it will soak up the water beautifully. You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it. How could you? You won't get away with this. You can thump the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know. Well, will we? If there really was poison in that bottle or not. And let us not forget, we still have some very compelling evidence left intact. Isn't that right, counsel from the for the prosecution? Oh, of course, my lady.
Seriously? He's such a kiss-ass.
What is that? You're referring to the photographic print, I presume, dear lady. That's right, and really, looking at the photograph, clearly, and it's clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor was sitting with me, with his back to me. Of course, and so of course the only person that could have shot him from the front was this little schoolboy. No, you killed the victim that day using Curé, and then the order to frame Reynolds Naruto for the crime. You waited until he picked up the pistol, and you arranged for him to find what you find on the floor before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. Then, in the confusion, all you had to do was turn to the dead professor, all you had to do was turn the dead professor in his chair around. You see, you had every opportunity to commit the crime. What a wonderful imagination you have, young man. I love how he's still like in a state of shock, like what just happened? I'd be like, I really have to see. I'd be slowly enjoy. I didn't gun you say? Huh? Go ahead. I shot the professor's dead body, did I? I'm terribly sorry, but you didn't have any shred of evidence. Exactly. As you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution's stance remains unchanged. The victim, Dr. John H. Wilson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. And delivered in cold blood by the accused Reynolds Naruto. Ugh. This is unbelievable. How could this be happening? We had her, but now... Is she really gonna get away with this?
What do you do?
I'm just checking evidence.
Oh, there's gonna be evidence.
Is it given to us, or...?
There will first be one trial.
Okay. I was gonna try and guess.
Kazuma will talk to us after that, telling us to remember the colors, the smells of that day, leading to a question.
Okay.
He gave me another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's book. And of course you're gonna flip. There's a clue?
And then the way she described the evidence was obscene. Reynolds. Yes. We've come this far, but now you're the only one who can finish it. What? What do you mean? We've lost a vital piece of evidence. It's true. So is there any clues left for us to use now? There must be. In your head. In my head? You told me before that your powers of observations were one thing you could really depend on. Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't manage to notice that this woman in the foreigner with the swan hat. If I didn't manage to notice a woman with a swan hat there. But think back again now. Try to remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, smell. What I saw, what I felt. Every color. Kazuma wreck. Somewhere in this vibrant memory of the same scene in my head, could there be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer? There's nothing?
Yeah,
Actually, Kazuma, I think I might have something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue. Haha, you always have something up your sleeve, don't you? No, don't you, Reynolds? Come on then, let's wipe the smug smile off the Englishwoman's face with some evidence. Alright, I can't wait. It's been niggling me? Niggling! What's a niggle? Okay. Niggle! Niggling! That's a weird way to say nagging. It's been niggling me for a while now. Something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it is, could be the key arriving at the dream monster. It's here somewhere that the clues show. Yeah, I know. Must have been is.
steak. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the steak. Not, are you sure it's not the flower vase? It could be the flower vase.
Take that!
Inspector Hasanoga, answer me this.
Okay.
Yes, what is it? He's still miles away, probably thinking about the bottle being smashed. You've said a number of times now you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you? Absolutely. I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of the crime. Like, for instance, the plate of the steak that you took to the victim's table that night?
Objection!
Objection! Wait! Well, Jesus! Rude! Where are you going with this, little boy?
None of your business right now.
It's just a memory that's been troubling me. What memory? I saw the scene shown in the photographic print with my own eyes that day. And I saw that on the wooden base of the plate that the steak that was served on. There was a splatter of blood. What? Oh, really? And what of it? Hey, you can stop being echoey here. Obviously, that must have happened when you shot the professor. No, that can't be the case. What? Take a good look at the photograph and the relative position of everything. I was gonna drink that. Of everything there. The plate of the steak is almost directly behind the victim. Oh god, ears, stop it. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front, there's no way that blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind me. Yes. For blood to have been made onto the plate, it implies that the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Which means that the shooter must have been sitting opposite the professor as it were. Giselle Brett. Am I supposed to present something? Oh, I just did something. I beg your pardon?
Objection!
Oh, I don't know what you're from. This is beyond ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Fabricated nonsense. Is this court seriously expected to believe something as something the accused has apparently just remembered seeing?
Hold it!
Oh, she's crying. This could be the moment that my entire career in the police force leading to. Inspector, you mean... Yes, I took the plate Yes, I took the plate in the interest of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime. I took it, meat and all, and I do not care if they call me a crime scene thief because of that. You did what? I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Brett. Sorry. I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak that the sergeant had been eating. And I did it all in the name of justice. Jesus Christ! Then we can find out for sure whether there is a blood stain on Miss Brett's plate. Good. We must examine it now. Inspector, the court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately. Yes, sir. Sorry for the delay. But here's what you ordered, the steak. Well, what about the blood? Is there blood on it? Of course there isn't! Quickly, Inspector, the blood, man! Show the court. Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure.
Well, okay. You don't have to...
Flip the plate. The steak.
Yeah.
No blood. No blood anywhere?
Well, we don't know. What is it?
No, that's impossible. I know I saw it. I'm sure of it. It was right there on the table with the professor. There was blood on the side of the plate. She probably wiped it off. What an unbecoming expression, little boy. But this just doesn't make any sense. You're
Insult. Oh, and then you swore
I couldn't agree more. In any case, this disgrace to the Empire. I believe we might finally reach the conclusion of the trial. Let's hope so. This let's pretend attempt to the court of proceedings is painful to watch, but I do promise to do my best. I'll do my best to forget all about when it's over. The sorry-looking steak reveals the facts too clearly. If the
someone's gonna let us examine it again, that would be the wrong choice of.
Was the plate I saw? Was the place I thought just a figure of my imagination? This is it now. I've lost. Reynolds. It's not over yet. Not until the final gavel. Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward, no matter what.
Face up on the table.
Oh, believe in myself? Really? Alright. Maybe I should at least examine the evidence for myself.
Yeah.
As the evidence requested by the defense has not been shown to be problematic in any way, I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Does the defense have any objection? The Felicity is going to clinch the trial for me. Can't this tape reveal any other clues at all? Your Excellency, please wait. The plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue that will reveal the shocking truth. The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beefsteak. Your Excellency, I think I've made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in this trial. I'm sorry, Miss Brett, but we must ensure a thorough examination of the trial. Excuse me. I will not give a ruling until I am completely satisfied with the reasonable doubt, all reasonable doubt has been dispelled. I see. A newly affirmed ally in my country that's still in your position, is it? Thank you, Your Excellency. Counsel for the defense, you will now clearly show the court what you are alluding. What precisely are the plays the beefsteak Oh yeah, well no, I also keep yawning and my ear keeps sinuses keep moving in my ear. What precisely on this plate of beefsteak is the new code to be found? How do you pick it up? Huh? What in the world is this? I think it's the Coben coin. The hallmark from the Hoi era, I believe. No, that doesn't mean... I don't mean wanted it. What is it? I mean, what's it doing there? No. What did you say about the Hoi Koban? Yes, and apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable. This isn't the first time today we've been talking about the Hoi Koban. I've heard pearls before swine, but I've never heard of bullion before. Bullion before bullion? I don't think I ever will again. I don't think I ever will again. This is extraordinary though. This means... I certainly never expected to find the purchase coin. I couldn't suppress the honor, I apologize. Underneath the thick cut of meat. And from the Hoi era too. This would be really quite valuable. It's very well maintained in the juices. Well, wanna eat it? Ah, so delicious. Look, as well, look. What, were you thinking of eating it? No, but next time I order a steak, and in an expensive restaurant, one thing for sure. My heart's gonna be racing, and I lift up the meat from pure underneath for a prize. I think you might have the wrong end of the stick about this. Look on the part underneath this steak. There's only one logical. Wait. Oh, okay. Only one? Oh, and also, I've been uploading Trials and Tribulations gameplay to YouTube, so it should all be up. Or at least the last part's uploading now. That could take a little while, it's 5 hours. Oh, percent. Alright.
Got it!
Good gracious, that's... Koban? What on earth? Oh, boy, Arrow won it, that. Miss Brett, this is, in fact, the beefsteak you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, isn't it? Tell me, why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat?
Shut up!
Oh! What a ridiculous question! How should I know? I never have seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what it is, but I want no part of it.
Objection!
I fail to see how this is relevant and quite under meat. You were here for the conversation earlier? That could simply have been a careless mistake by the chef in the moment of distraction. If it was on top of the meat, that'd be one thing, but it was underneath the meat.
Objection!
Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen? A rare Hoi Koban that just happens to be hidden underneath a piece of steak. If this turns out to be irrelevant in the case, I'll rip my ticket up to the Great Britain right now. He's right. It can't be coincidence. Your Excellency. Yes, Counsel? A rare Hoi Koban just happened to be hidden underneath that piece of steak. If it turns out this to be relevant to the case, then I'll give up my lawyer job right now.
Objection!
By all means, don't let us stop you. No one invited you anyway.
Shut up!
Perhaps, Lobo, you should realize that you who is irrelevant. Even though I am the one on trial here? Ugh. The point is, it's essential to ask the owner of the coin if he can explain what it's doing underneath the stake. The owner? Yes, it's obvious. There's only one person it can belong to. The owner of the Koban coin found underneath the beefsteak is... an army sergeant who witnessed...
Take that!
Obviously it can only be the antique dealer and the owner of Rasute Kirio Korkucha-san. Kirio? As in Mr. Cucumber or something? Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable. Bitch! Ah, yes! The old man who testified earlier, alongside the military terms, correct? Yes, Your Excellency. I remember him saying that he was up to something with his Koban coin when it happened. At exactly the moment the gun was fired. The gunshot interested me not. I'm sorry, too busy on the floor. Too busy on... My prized coin! Oh, God. This Hoi Koban... Hoi era Koban, do you need to tell me?
Objection!
No, please. Why would Kurakuta-san's Koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and plate? Why are you saying the victim's? It was her plate. He couldn't eat.
Yes!
Which is why I'm asking to bring Kurakuta-san back to the witness stand, and we can ask him. Officer, bring both witnesses who testified earlier back here. Without a moment's delay. Oh god, that's gonna be one full table. I can't believe we come back around to that pair again. But I have a hunch, a strong hunch, that if we chase down the real significance of the Koban, we'll find it. We'll find it's a key. It's an element, the key element in this case. Oh. Isn't this a full crowd?
I have to find, the owner.
What's all this about? Why have I been called up again? Don't you realize that it's dinner time for little baby Ido? When my son's belly's empty, he's future than a pack of wolves. Explained by the police we were, like miserable dogs, forced to bear the false witness. And when cast from this decorum myself, I became a ruined man and trice, a worthless, withered antique. Nothing more. The sun has set. This yeah. But as it may, Korakucha-san, there's something has come up in light that requires your clarification. As far as your... Good catch, man! He caught an O. I don't know if it's a good catch or a painful catch. Yes, that's it! The one, the very one, the exact one that it is. The splendorific hoary treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace on that fateful day. It can't be. As I thought. Young man, enlighten this decrepit old fool. Put me on Ms. Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped? Oh, well, I'm not sure if it was dropped anywhere. We found your coin sandwiched between the beefsteak and its plate, soaking in seasoned meat juices. Sandwiched? Soaking? Seriously? Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident. Which means someone must have hid it there on purpose. Whew. Someone concealed my holy treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate? Who? Who would do such a thing? Such an unconscionable, unconscionable? Conscionable? Excuse me. Could I say something? Yes, of course. Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga. I mentioned this earlier on the trial, but I was working undercover at the restaurant in order to investigate my case. Ah, yes, that's right. Secret undercover operation. La Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant, and it attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau. Wicked crimes indeed. We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. That's why you were sent undercover, is it? Yes. I took the job as the waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that the Koban incident is the work of the same thief. She's the thief.
No.
Or is the old man?
No. Go.
Okay. So unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work at the restaurant on a regular basis. The place was already the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about master thief part, but the identity of the person who stole and hid Korakuta's son's Koban is too clear. What? What? I think the court would like to hear the defense's view on this matter. Tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel who had stole the Kora-san's... Yeah, that was good.
Take that!
Obviously, it can only be you.
I really have no idea. Out of all the options,
Sergeant Xenoza. Huh?
He was the murderer here.
What? How? How dare you? You monster! Monster? I stole the Koban, didn't I? I'm the master thief of La Carnival, am I? You seriously are accusing me of these crimes, cadet. But it wasn't me. It was I was the mastermind behind all this.
Seriously? The judge just looks like what? Seriously, people?
You would push the blames for your crimes onto your own son, an innocent little baby? It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa.
Yes, I did it. I'm sorry. But he's... Okay.
I'm free, free falling.
Okay.
Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Isanoza preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir.
Okay. I'm back to normal. We're just pushing the baby down now.
Do any of you know of the extraordinary low wages of the Nippon Imperial Army pays to those it expects to keep the country safe? I understand that the temporary increase of taxation owing the recent ending of conflicts remain in place, and I have heard of it hard for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living. Yes. All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son. That's why you were stealing those things at the restaurant? The place is heavy with money. Every 3 days I go there, do a little reconnaissance for a target. And I'd enjoy chopping my way through a good steak at the same time. It sounds like he doesn't bother with knife and fork, even. Which is worryingly believable. And your target that day was the old man with the koban. Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all. You veritable phantom thief you are! It's not Master Mask. I was also to leave the steak. I was halfway through devouring when it happened. Yes, when the professor was shot. I knew if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. I know too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could on the double. I slipped under the stake. I hope I'd be able to rendezvous with the Dan later on a later date. This is ridiculous. Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time? Well, Miss Brett? Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. That's quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. May the esteemed gentleman please be excused, Your Excellency? Indeed. The theft of the koban coin clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder. Of course it is. How do you put under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. Nonsense, is it? And as for you picking your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. Great. God, what's trucking it? Well, we'll be playing this game for a while. If the trials are this long, if the first trial's just this long, I hate to see the other trials. Very well. Now the questions concerning this police testimony have been answered. I see no further justification for detaining her. Miss Brett, you are free to leave. Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. And good day. Reynolds, what's the matter with you? There's no time to be for daydreaming. Oh, no, it's just something about Miss Brett's parting words. It got me thinking. It can't quite work out exactly, but something she just said jarred with me. I feel like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up. And if that's the case, why are you sitting there thinking? Make your voice heard. Sorry? You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it will be too late. The trial will be over.
Hold it!
Wait, Miss Brett! What is it now? I'm afraid, just one last time, there's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words just a few moments ago. What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Objection!
What new student nonsense is this? Well, what parting words are you talking about, Reynolds? hiding a clue under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. As for picking up this... Yeah. Whew. Yes, I'm right. What she said just exposed. What she said there just exposed an undeniable contradiction. I'm going to need to see evidence, Counsel. If Miss Rest's words are truly contradictory, then where's the evidence to prove it?
Take that!
The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed? Yes, go on. More accurately, Your Excellency, the steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed. Now you're just splitting hairs. Not true. Doesn't something about the steak strike you as very unnatural? Unnatural? What on earth do you mean? It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. I see you've noticed it too, Miss Brett. Le gasp. Notice what exactly, Counsel? Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no English woman, no English man could even contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without yeah. Of course she did. She's a refined English woman. But take a look at the steak. It's in particular the edge of where it's meat. The swan ate it.
Huh?
The swan ate it.
No. As you can see, there's really defined barbaric teeth marks there.
Ah! Oh!
Oh.
Ah!
Uh-oh.
Looks like Miss Brett just realized something. So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate anything about using a knife and fork, then there shouldn't be teeth marks on the steak at all.
Attention!
But what is your actual point? Perhaps the delay of Miss Brett was rather. Okay. Oh, whatever you say, dear lady.
Yeah, whatever you
As
say,
I have
exactly.
said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer. Of course, of course. This will be over in a blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put the rookie. I've heard enough. You irritating, speckled little samurai relic. I read that backwards, but that. Of course, dear lady. What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers a little too much? Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She's realized the catastrophic implication that teeth marks and the steak have for her. Reynolds, do you know where you're going with this? No, not a clue, but that's okay. Yes. Now at last, it's all come together. The mysterious teeth marks on the steak have allegedly been eaten. That had allegedly been eaten with cutlery.
Apparently not.
The reason for the blood stain, I know, has somehow disappeared. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all that Dr. Wilson, who shot Dr. Watson that day. I accept these teeth marks. I accept that these teeth marks in the steak are a little unnatural, as you put it, Counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us? Everything, Your Excellency. Everything? Yes, I believe that the barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amount to the conclusive evidence in the case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson. Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of that phrase. Typical Japanese empty threats. How can you be so sure? Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago. Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought in before in court yet. Hasn't been? What? But just because I haven't shown it yet doesn't mean the evidence does not exist.
Objection!
This is absurd. The trial has run for several hours already, and as you say, there's evidence that has yet to be brought forward. This can't be. I don't believe you.
Objection!
Oh, I don't. But there's someone in here who has it. Who does have it? Someone in this very courtroom. And if this person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case. Very well. I have a feeling I will listen to the last request of the defense in this trial. Who possesses the conclusive evidence to reveal the truth about it? Oh, I'm assuming her.
No,
Oh!
Take that!
Ow! The Quanser? The Quanser?
Okay.
The Quanser? The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hasanaga. What? I have it? Yes. Wait. You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? That's... No, I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on the stake with the teeth marks. Yes. Now, earlier in this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa said with the court the following: I enjoyed chomping my way through a good steak, as well as admitting to stealing Old Man San's coin. He's told us that he slipped under the steak. You watch it, kid. I'm a superior officer. Sergeant Nosa, would you please confirm something for me? Was the stake that you put out the coin under, in fact, your own stake? Attention! Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask for a foreign gentle lady if she'd mind me manhandling her meal to hide something under it. In other words, the stake that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal.
Objection!
But that makes no sense. The plate was taken from the victim's table. Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor did she have any opportunity to steal the coin. Of course I didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire. Well then, how do you explain this paradox? Exactly, surely you're not going to suggest that the sergeant switched the stakes over.
Oh, well, you know.
You did switch the plates. Well, after it happened, when I saw that the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes, I thought I panicked. And as I said, I immediately lifted the stake, hid the coin underneath it. But then when the waiter announced that he was undercover policeman, I thought I'd had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, then I would be getting my marching orders. So when the kid out here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance.
That child is.
It's in the past, no one cares. With the military position and timing, I switched my stake with the furniture on the foreign lady's table. What? You can't have! I never saw you do such a thing. It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what had to be done. Unbelievable! However, fret not, if you're not prosecutor's son. What now? I swear on the brass buttons on my uniform. That's all I did, sir. All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant.
Yes!
So, if Sergeant knows to switch the plates over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak, and the plate is back to his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes? Yes. Earlier in the trial, you told the court this. You said you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's. To preserve evidence, you had taken both. She's freaking out! She's freaking out! That's correct. Then, please present it to the court now. The plate that was actually on the victim's table from the precise moment that he was shot.
Shut up!
What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat. Well, what it can't have the slightest bearing on this case.
Objection!
No, you're not wriggling your way out of this one. Out of it this time, lady. I beg your pardon. Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why the steak pan promises to prove such a problem for you. No? There's only one who can decide that it was a problem. Yeah, your actions. The reason the defense asked for the same plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing. Just thinks he remembers. I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of the plate, there was a table directly behind. Yeah. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Dr. Watson, there was clearly a splattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest. I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now that we have the evidence to prove it, the plate you're eating from, Miss Brett, let's not go prolong this any further. Inspector, will you show us the evidence? Will you show the evidence to the court? Present the beefsteak from the plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident.
Okay, let me go get it. Here it is.
Yes, sir. Sorry for keeping you. Aha!
There's blood.
Here's the steak on the other table. Oh, here's the steak plate. Feel free to examine it.
Oh, no. Oh, what?
The blood stain. It's clearly visible.
Yes!
Look. Wouldn't it be brown by now? I mean... Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see from on the side of the plate shows the moment the victim was shot. He was facing the table, with his back to me. In other words, it's impossible for Naruto-san, Naruto, to have shot the victim. Ah! It can't be. In fact, there was one person who could possibly have shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. That's right. Miss Giselle Brett. It's you!
Okay. Her and her piece is gonna freak out. Oh! We just keeled over.
Outdone by a Japanese? Me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No. No!
No.
Oh no, the bird's flying away!
Okay. Can okay.
Where do the chicks come from?
I forgot.
Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. No shit!
Briefly. Lost your composure. Okay.
Most unbecoming behavior from an English gentlewoman. Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day.
The truth this time. Gladly, Your Excellency.
Until I tell you
It
that
was I who took the process by using pure air. As you surmised, I chose this reasonable day for one very important reason. As an identity to distraction for this
so you pulled the concealed professor, knowing that there's this poison would be found in the water. Because Curie is unheard of here in Japan. What else can be heard of?
Yes. Of course, I never intended to be in a restaurant with one of the I only needed to see the press over my receipt was water and I would place the steak I had ordered in front of me, which appears of looking dining alone, and leave immediately. However, the bastard wouldn't die. Before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table.
That could be a kick in your plans.
That would be me, I suppose. Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter was the fact that you decided to come over and greet the professor. And that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. There was no going back at that point, so I came out to the plan and explored the moment.
A plan to pin the Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man.
Well, of course. I happen to know that the professor always got it. I decided to use that map to my advantage. I had a bottle of pure air in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt. Of course we did.
Told you. Under your skirt? So I was right. There were two guns.
Yes.
And then when I finished my coffee to get up and leave, that's why I lost the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. Place where you were sure I would notice it.
Everything went according to plan, but was not because I was there. Just to do that down and pick it up. I showed him. That's nice. I'm shocked, Professor. He was already dead.
Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, which at that point, the waiter appeared. Obviously, I assumed that Naruto was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him into the pantry and that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside. That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chair around. Because, of course, You needed to make it look like the defendant shot Dr. Wilson, where he'd been forward picked the gun. I like how he stepped away from her.
Yeah. I'd be concerned too. What else is she hiding underneath that skirt?
So there you have it. That is entirely my misdemeanor.
My misdemeanor?
Your Excellency.
Yes.
I wonder. May I speak with you in a private later? I shall call on you. Thank you. Good day then, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruto.
Is she gonna walk off and leave? And they're hello?
Well. It would seem that this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement. This can't be. Winston Ouchie doesn't lose. Not the likes of this rookie student. You better start getting used to tough opposition. Ugh. Reynolds Naruto? Whoa, yeah? This is an insult to the Ouchie family name. And you will not be forgotten. Never! You've become conceited with age, Council. But the old have to stand aside to make way for the new. It's the way of the world. May you not forget that. Jeez!
Okay.
I like how he ran. I like how, Reynolds ran. 1,000 millennia may pass, and still, Ouchie clan will never measure up to the Naruto clan. Basically, this trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, will go down in history to the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. So, despite being some of the accused, Reynolds Naruto presented an excellent case. I thank you, Your Excellency. Can I go home and scream now? The use of evidence and detection to unravel the truth is a modern mythology. After all, it's only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the modern world. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel.
Really?
The George is tired. We'll soon bring new methods.
It's been a long case. It's been a long day.
I know.
Apparently, they've been in there for hours.
Oh yeah. Were they supposed to be up?
Only what, one day?
I think they were supposed to be up by 2.
Oh really? Oh, I don't think they made it.
With new procedures of justice, a new future of law awaits, what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine. Thank you. That is for the young to pursue. Kazuma Asagi. Yes. After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can. Absorb everything the wider world you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. I understand, Your Excellency. What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden? Never mind. As for you, Reynolds Naruto. Oh, yes. In you, I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I'm very much looking forward to seeing how you carry that onwards. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Okay, do we get a verdict?
Yes. It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant, Reynolds Naruto.
Not guilty. Yay! Oh, look at you get confetti and everything.
No, it's not.
And Ouchie over there.
It's probably the petals.
Yeah, whatever. This court is now adjourned.
Final gavel.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's 2:46.
2:46 p.m. The defendant's antechamber. Okay.
I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself and I made it through this horrendous trial. Reynolds, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations. Well, hell, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So, you owe me an extra large... at the place, from the place in Yume University Street. Don't forget. Good afternoon, all your hard work has certainly paid off. Of course. Congratulations to the both of you for proving Naruto's innocence. Our trusty judicial system. You worked hard for the result too, you know. Oh no, I didn't do anything. Thank you so much. If you hadn't had that research report from Miss Bretz, I don't know how things would have turned out. Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate. Your father? Ah, yes, of course. Speaking of Megatoba. Ah, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order. Naruto, you did an excellent job. Thank you, Professor. Oh no. It is I who should be thanking you after all. Your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend. Oh yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to the university, wasn't it? Yes, that's right. Professor Mikitoba studied overseas himself. He was studying forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably that's when you met Dr. Wilson. Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital. Oh, you worked together? I never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides. Yeah, it's your turn, Asagi. Great Britain is a magnificent country and leads the world in science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy. You can see what's happening in the world's largest melting pot. I will. I'll learn what I can. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this in the spirit of the Asagi clan. You're not taking that sword to Great Britain with you, are you? Yeah. Of course I am. A Japanese man's katana is his soul. The blade shows me where I need to go. And Katsuna, anything else on our way.
Yeah, like you say.
Yes, I definitely seen how sharp it already is from my own eyes. I like how he ran. That reminds me of what happened to the woman. To Giselle Brett, I mean, after she was found guilty of murder. I guess her. It's not easy to tell you this, but what do you mean? Surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's a true culprit after all. She will be leaving Japan in the very near future for Shanghai. What? Shanghai? Giselle Brett will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that. What? Why not? It's a matter of the counselor jurisdiction. Oh! Inspector Hosonaga. It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. Let's congratulate. But what's going on with this counts?
Why?
What? We can't try her. But then who? Who's gonna bring her to justice? The British counselor in court will hear her case somewhere far away where our voices cannot be heard. Why counselor court? Professor, I simply do not understand. I thought counselor courts were a thing in the past now. We've signed the friendship treaty. Yes, in normal circumstances, you're right. Then, so long as it's not this is not a serious incident of highly political nature to our respective governments, then we can't invoke a counselor court like that. Oh, can't they? Yeah, she's a student, but that's just why our government makes secret agreements with her fate, doesn't it? Does it? Something strange is going on. So Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan. I'm afraid that for a young student, today's trial is nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of her competence? Competence for her. I don't believe it. The British government's foreign affairs ministry has demanded that we hand over the custody of Miss Brett. They obviously are taking the case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously.
Yeah.
But it's all going to change from now on. We can make a change. We can make a change. This is a time of great turmoil. A new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt that the woman will receive her judgment that she deserves. Yes, change is coming. We're the ones driving it. Well, I think it's enough seriousness for now. The evening calls for a celebratory drink. But Professor, you're right. There's no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Reynolds' not guilty verdict. Let's start by having some fun. In that case, may I suggest La Carnival? As a head waiter, I will be delighted to provide to you an ample food and drink. You're a detective, Hosanaga, aren't you? Let's not worry about the details for now. To La Carnival, will you accompany us, Professor? Of course, La Carnival's food is second to none. I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruto's release. Oh yes, thank you. So Giselle Brett won't be tried. Here. I suppose it means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. I'm assuming we'll find out later on.
I'm sure. After she kills somebody else.
Kazuma? Yes, Reynolds? I just wanted to say thanks again. You really saved my skin today. I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? The defense was all your own work. Your skills made the difference, though. One day, I'll bet you'll be the best lawyer in all the world. I'm not sure about that. And to be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during the trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me. What? Come on! You can't be serious! If I helped you today, I was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it, for being a defense lawyer. No, not me! All the 10's verbal combat? I never want to go through that ever again! I did what you told me to do, that's all, because I knew I could trust you. That's my point. Sorry? What do you mean, that's my point? Listen, Reynolds. Do you know what the most crucial weapon in any lawyer needs in order to win? Knowledge of law? No. The ability to believe. To believe what? A defense lawyer is to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them all. Like, you believed in me when I said I didn't do it? I'm human, just like you. I don't have a superior ability to know the truth. But you have to make the choice about what to believe in and stick with it when you're defending someone. sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be back to your corner. Being able to remain faithful to what you choose to believe in, even there, well, that's what's something that anyone can do. Not something anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person. Believing in your client. Just look at today's trial. I'm a student of law with precious little real experience. You never stopped believing in me. Well, you face seemingly hopeless situations time and again, but you never stopped looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it, through your own efforts, because you never stopped believing in me. Thanks, Kazuma? There's something I want to ask you, actually. Reynolds. Well, that's a favor, really. It's something very important to me. It sounds serious. What is... Ah! Oh. Ah, you're still here, are you? Oh, Inspector Hoshinaga. I arranged some workshops for us. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory. And your study tour to Great Britain, don't forget. Ah yes, that too. Oh, yeah. Because that's obviously what's gonna happen.
Yeah, well...
So my first trial came to an end. And Kazuma. Professor Mikitova. Susa, who acts as my assistant. Inspector Hoshinaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still. It was because of the help and support from all these people that I managed to get through the trial. But more importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life. Ooh!
The trophy.
I love the music in this game. Oh. Sure, let's start it.
Absolutely. Such a long freaking ending, Jesus. You know?
I'm curious what they're gonna do
In a
with
corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath. In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness.
How about you don't say show me
"You'll
while
see
I'm
it will soon,"
drinking?
he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air.
Hey!
I raised my dark lantern's shutter, and the room slowly came into view.
Okay.
Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band. I believe this is the terrible coil to which you referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike.
Why are there snakes on this
It truly
mother-effing
was the
plane?
most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
Well, you know.
You know, Giselle Brett was Dahlia Hawthorne, but she actually got away. God, it's way too early in the morning for me. 6:30 in the morning? 6:40 in the morning? God.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery. In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle. A Russian word. So the victim was a Russian man then, and the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time.
Oh, so my Russian voice will actually come in handy.
Extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality. This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident, by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
Shh. That won't be necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. I need cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Herlock Sholmes. I presume you must have heard of me.
What? Okay. Oh, my head is throbbing. What's going on? This thing's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Ugh. Pretty rum. Wait, I can't move. Mom.
See your handcuffs?
Yes!
Slide. Again.
I guess he was in the cupboard. What the? Why am I in handcuffs? So you wake up now, Oh, sorry. We had to drag you out the wardrobe. It's a bad accent, but it works. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a truly cold-blooded man. You found me then, huh? Duh, we found you, and now you obey. How long were you hiding in tiny wardrobe, sorry? Now you have been found, it's time for you to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is. No, I'll tell you everything.
Okay.
There's like one thing I'd like to know from you. Isn't that... Oh. Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Miss Sousa. Wait, what? What did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? Wait, what? Ha! You do not know, do you? You pretend you do not know. You're a wolf in sheep's belt. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. What? Kazuma's body was discovered not long ago. Here, in this very cabin. That was bolted shut from the inside. His body? Please. He what? Well, I know he's not dead, but what? Do not try and tell us you were doing this terrible thing while in your sleep. Kazuma's dead? But he can't be! And these handcuffs, surely you don't think I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma's life? Answer me, please! No! No! Kazuma! It was just 2 short weeks ago. Are you still sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England? So that's how I got to England. Oh my god! It was really something else when they brought me your. When they brought your. It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way the Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. I thought I was gonna die. Yes, I still can't believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. You must be even less of a man than I think you are. Hey, honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. But if you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. I hope I get a feeling that the Russians wouldn't be very forgiving for a stowaway. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. I want to know, why do we need to keep this a secret from the young lady? For our faithful judicial assistant, Mikitoba, you mean? Yeah, I mean, from your close friend! More to the point, we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she knew, we'd be done. And that would make her guilty by association. It's us if you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about time. The steward's supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you better get in there. I think it won't be for long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open up the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be done for. Stop worrying, I'll tell you what. Why don't I write keep out or something on this paper? What? And then I can stick it over the wardrobe, the doors when you're inside. I don't know. We've only been at sea for 15 days. How could this happen? We were supposed to be going on this adventure in England together. We leave you at the next port. Stay quiet until then. You don't want to make any more trouble for yourself. Murderer? No, I'm not the murderer. You said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Susa? Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. But there's something I would like to ask you, too. Oh, She looks like she's really ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse and worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is find out what really happened. Apparently.
How is that possible?
He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream? And the handcuffs. They think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer? When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via the porthole window. And the bolt on the door can't be operated from the outside. In other words, Well, you didn't do it. In other words, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. What? Or to put it another way, the culprit could have only been someone who was inside the cabin. Or do you have another explanation? This is impossible. How did he die then? What exactly happened? You're still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, Susa! You have to tell me! The cause of death is still undetermined. I don't know how he died. The ship's doctors examining the body, but of course he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn until an expert has been consulted. After the report we call. Presumably that means there's no obvious external signs of injury then? That's true, yes. Can't anyone tell me what actually happened in here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please! Whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but... He would always wake before dawn to do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I do every day so far on this voyage. But this morning he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when Susa arrived at his cabin door? I knocked, but there was no reply. So I started to become worried, and I went to find if everyone's approved. The crewman forced the door open, and when we managed to get inside, there was Kazuma collapsed on the floor. My tape now shows exactly where it was, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case. But it's just very hard to believe. It's very hard to believe for me too, trust me. Now I've told you everything I know. So now it's my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. My head feels like so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. Why are you even on board this ship, Naruto? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yes! I'm afraid. It was 2 weeks ago since we left Japan now, and I'd been shut in the cabin the entire time. I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma's cabin for a long without him noticing? No, that would be impossible. Obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He actually asked you? But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. And you think I do? Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why do you go to extreme lengths to smuggle me into England with you? I bet it's because he knows he's going to be a great lawyer. And he wants him to get the experience. I bet it's going to be because he knows that, Phoenix, Reynolds, he can be a great lawyer. But he wants him to get the experience to do it. But only he could go, so he smuggled it on board. Because I think he's realizing that he can't. I don't know. It's an idea I had that's been on my mind ever since the end of the Incredible Trial. I think I told you, didn't I, Anne? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself? Well, yes, you did say that. But I didn't think you were serious. You have the talent for it, I can assure you of that. What? I never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is a spirit of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. It can't be any harm to see such an important place with your own eyes, can't there? Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then what? Nothing. Forget it. What? Kazuma, he was always saying the same thing. He just wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought he could do that with you. Well, maybe. But something's still bothering me. Look at his eyes, then it's darker than I've ever seen it before. Susa, I'm sorry that we've kept the secret from you. My stowaway on the ship, I mean. If I had known Kazuma, I expect he was just trying to protect me. To avoid me becoming guilty by association. That's exactly right. We're perfect, in fact. If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in the cabin? I thought he was just hiding. Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat, and then, as he always did. And then I got myself into the wardrobe over there, and like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. Well, yes. So deeply you didn't even stir when Kazuma was killed? Well, yes. I wonder if he put something in the food to make him stay asleep. I know it sounds unbelievable, really, I do, but it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. But for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Really? Well, it's not like him. Or, I mean, no, it must have been him because he's the one that knows. Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please forget it. Susa, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there's no one else who could have possibly done this. Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen? Can't take this. Don't try and go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry, but Kazuma was killed right under my nose here. And he didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit here around, my hands tied, while whoever did this walks free? No! I can't allow that to happen.
Right under your nose here?
My nose here. Nose hair works too. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm gonna find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to excuse me.
Okay. Okay.
What the hell? That was a Susa takedown. Okay. Susa, what martial art form is that?
Okay.
Like, we need you to prove it. Sorry, prove it? Yes, you're innocent. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to? How am I supposed to do what? Have you forgotten already? What have you achieved in a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. Ah, I see. She's expecting me to present something present some conclusive evidence. I have to get Susa to believe me. I have to show her the evidence that right now that proves I'm not the guilty. I'm assuming it's this.
Yes!
Tell me, I was discovered in the wardrobe before. Was this piece of paper stuck onto the doors? Over the doors? Oh yes, it was. I remember it clearly. And also, Kazuma had put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there, just in case the cabin or steward or another crew member decided to look inside. Naturally, he did the same thing last night as well. Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled off the sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them. But if I were the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this outside on the door on my own. Yes, it's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Well, even if you're sprawled hopeless on the floor, I can see why Kazuma thought so highly of you. Thank you, Susa. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me up?
No. No.
Well, in light of the evidence, I don't see any reason why I shouldn't stop you from investigating at least. Thank you! So you finally believe me. I'm sorry. No. What?! I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position.
Yeah.
What does she think I am? A bloody magician? No, I suggest that you investigate thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Susa. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh, great. I shall be watching you to make sure you don't do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Right. Well, anyways, I should make certain the investigation here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear. I will avenge your death. Alright, conversation. Oh. Cool. Great. Amazing. Perhaps I should see what the Russian crewman makes of the crimes. Excuse me. What? I was wondering, how's it going? The investigation, I mean.
Well.
Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes. That is not true, I see. Sorry. The criminal asking investigator for information about this crime. Very funny. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be true. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. You might have useful information though. I have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Yes, of course not. Now back to the corner of the room. Make silent. I say no more to you. I hit a nerve. Sure. You seem a little flustered. Oh dear, that won't do. Oh, what's the matter, Susa? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly. Yeah, that's not good. I don't suppose you're foolish as me is to regard. Are you, Naruto? Oh. Be careful when you look around. What's this? Now let's investigate the corners of the cabin. Can I actually start going back to what I was doing? Cool, great, I can't... tutorial bullshit. Ugh. Kazuma write this before he died? It looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot over the desk when he collapsed on the floor. But I suppose he wrote a message by dripping his finger pen in this village. Poor Kazuma. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of clue from this personal moment for his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I cannot read your writing. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruto. What? Then what language is it? It pains me to admit it, but I don't know. It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with, which means I wonder. Okay. Now, do we think that's a 6 or a G?
I don't know.
Well, because I'm curious if it's... He was writing it upside down? So if it was upside down, assuming...
Yeah, but the E's correct.
But that looks like a triangle!
I know. But the E looks right. And it looks like two E's. But the L's, it looks like an L that's upside down, or a 7.
Yeah.
But then that looks like a 1-5. And the 5 that overlapped with the 1.
Oh, yeah. Maybe it's like a... Maybe it's like a code? Yeah, that does look like a 1 and a 5. Okay, so...
Because it looks like an upside down L. And that looks like an A.
Yeah. But there's a triangle in there. We already have a clearly defined A though. So that's what I mean. That's why I think it's a triangle. But why would the V have a?
I don't know.
Was his face say it was Russian? No.
Orange strip? Okay.
I wonder if that's the sword we carry.
I just can't believe what's his face is dead.
The worst part is he's not even dead. I just don't know what happened. And that's Kazuma's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that. The Japanese man's katana is his soul. His body went inside the sword. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring the trip. This wasn't shows how important it was to him. Now he's gone. I haven't really let his spirit go yet. That's my dinner from last night. A roast chicken. It was really tasty. Yes, it was really delicious, wasn't it? But why didn't you eat it on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Sousa. I ate it at the table, of course. Which begs the question, then how did the plate end up on the floor? That's a very good question. But Kazuma didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that's right. So he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me. Oh no, does that mean poor Kazuma spent his last night on Earth with an empty belly? That's just too horrible. Are you in love with him or something? Or were you just a close friend? No, now why do I suddenly feel guilty? Why I have a guilty conscience eating his stomach? Well, I'm convinced he did something. There's nothing under the table at all. The plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. I don't know, that's strange. Last night I went to sleep and everything was still. No, wait a minute. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything that happened after the red all. Because he drugged him! I'm telling you, he drugged him!
Somebody drugged him.
So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma. Yeah. Someone could want to drug Kazuma. No. These are rules of passage for travelers aboard the SS Furia. It's essentially a list of requests for the. It's essentially a list of requests for all from the captain for all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. What? Why are you staring at me like that? Oh, sorry, I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? I can't decide. Well, one thing for sure. Either way, I'm not supposed to be here. Books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they're toppled over all the same way. And what's this? The statue of the god of the sea. He's also fallen. He's fallen as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf was ransacked and everything mown down at once. I wonder if perhaps Kazuma was doing some morning sword training. Do you think? I seriously doubt it. Then perhaps it was you, Naruto, in a fit of rage. I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe like to a mess. I wouldn't have bothered leaving a wardrobe just to mess up a few books of the statue. Could there be a way things have been thrown around? Have anything to do with this case, I wonder. Well, I will set everything straight again. I don't like seeing this. That's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes. It carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? That's actually how it was stowed away on this vessel. It brought me on board that case. Ah yes, I see. This way up. In Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realized a foreign crewman wouldn't have read. I was turned over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Ugh. Oh dear. Being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than the Susa takedown. This is where dear Kazuma would have sat whenever he was writing. London Diary. Poor Kazuma, he didn't even make it to his destination. It looks as though this last entry is incomplete. Which means what? He was in the middle of writing when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. Could be valuable too. Yeah. Really, lady? So far, I don't like you. Let's have the question. What? Kazuma may have been departed from this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. But what if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? Alright, we'll read it. Jesus. Poor Kazuma. I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't a need for clues more important? This is a belt cord contraption, I think. What do you mean contraption? I read about it in a book I was saying, and we talked, that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords, at which they can pull or ring a bell to summon servants. Really? That sounds magical. Almost magical. Shall we give it a little try? Yes! In the interest of cultural research, obviously. I suppose nobody comes for a lowly Japanese people. No, I'm sure that everyone's busy, that's all. It's some 2 weeks since we set sail in from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruto? I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh no, I suppose not. Although it must be rather exciting, making this voyage in your own secret hideout. The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I was basically have to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception. And because of that, you had no idea what was happening here in the cabin. No, sadly not. What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever this thing is, it appears to be broken. Clean in two. There's also a scruff mark too. The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little nisuk fastener for a kimono outfit. I'm not sure if that sounds like Kazuma. You wouldn't be able to secretly carry food. Hold on! Trinket. Like this around, buddy. Well, there's the mark beside it. I wonder what it is. It's sort of like brick-like. It's sort of like a brick-like cube. Oh, you mean the thing I just examined? Yeah, you're right. It's the color of a brick, isn't it? Even though I didn't see anything the same color anywhere else in the cabin. Yes. CA, a Japanese word for justice. The brush strokes are straight and pure, just like Kazuma, not Hazakura. Yes, his calligraphy was always a reflection of his heart. Yet can you really look at the characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so what?
Should we examine the trunk?
Yes. Of course I can! What? Hold on! I'm your innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Even though you stowed away on the ship. His idea, not mine! Now you're gonna bring that up, are you? I can't win, can I? Yes, I'm examining the door now. I think it's the last thing I need to examine. Yes, I examined the bookcase. I think the last thing I need to examine is the door. I'll go through the room afterwards, but I think I've examined most everything. when I went for help to try and crewman, force the door open. Back again? I thought I banned that one.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought I did. The bolt was firmly closed. Hmm. Oh no, it's fine. It's just I thought. No, it's a good thing you did. I thought I'd banned that file already. Maybe it's a new one. I don't know. Quite a small bolt.
Just created August 30th.
I don't know when the other one that follows was created. It's quite a small bolt. Not particularly sturdy. How it slides across the secure door. But still, with the door bolted there, would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. It's no wonder everyone suspects me. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense. I feel tense all up my spine. I remember reading once detectives novel, the culprit used needle and thread to draw a bolt across the outside of the Roman for a situation like this. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. But the door to the cabin frame is made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. But there would be no possibility of using a needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. When she curves me like that, I feel pins and needles all the way down my spine. Okay, so I did that, I talked to you, I did that. Light, that's gonna be useless. Horn. Trunk, body, name, well, it's all connected. Examine this thing. This might be chicken. Table. Bed's useless. I missed that one. Hey, no one else can get in the room, huh? I think it's some kind of opening for a ventilator.
Okay, so you did the bookcase, so you building you read beside it?
Yeah.
Alright.
A hole through the fresh air can circulate through the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, it looks like it's mostly connected to the next door cabin. Yes, it would appear to, you're right. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into a room, surely it should be connected to the outside. That's true. Perhaps if it's a small rain spray, they don't find their way, and the seas are rough. Something like that, or something like that. I suppose maybe that's it.
Maybe? Okay.
What? Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago. As far as I can tell, he might be European. Oh, how did he? You've noticed the man too, have you? I have no idea who he is, or how he got in here. But he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall. Naruto, don't tell me. You really don't know who that is? Well, no, I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. Everyone here thinks I killed someone, so I'm not making friends anytime soon. He doesn't look like a member of the crew, or there's something very unusual about him.
Okay.
And he looks to be, and is he investigating Kazuma's desk, or is he just playing on it? I really can't tell. Well, in that case, we suddenly must talk to him. Am I just imagining it? Or did Susa look around uncontrollably, just almost uncontrollably excited? By the way, I expect that you've noticed, but just in case, if you press A, yeah, people crosshairs. You have a comment. Cool, there you go.
It's just the tall gentleman?
Excuse me. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shush, this is the critical point in my investigation.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it gonna be Burlock Sholmes?
It is Sherlock Holmes.
I don't know.
Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. Greetings, what were you doing at Kazuma's desk just now?
Yep, investigating. Sure.
Ah, I see. Fascinating. Sorry. What do you see? Feels like you're looking right through me. Oh yes, everything is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deduction is crystallized. You
Great deduction.
I'm never gonna trust him, as he's the one that figured us. He's the one that killed Kazuma.
Very important person, and he's dead now.
I know, that sucks. He's my favorite.
Exactly.
He's my favorite character.
I get it.
You have been in Afghanistan. I perceive just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, what? And now, whilst venturing toward the foreign...
I'm curious. Curious to know.
Wait, was Afghanistan highlighted? And whilst venturing towards the foreign climb... Something. You find yourself in a troubling predicament. Oh, well, that's true at least. But how? How did I deduce? How deduce didn't know that? Perhaps. It's really a more elementary deduction, but hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, a great many things. This is a mystery, my dear, for example. You have fled your native land of Russia! And you're...
Well.
You have 16 victims of assassination, and you're now traveling to England to blow up the Crystal Tower.
Yeah.
And you beribboned a occupant of the very cabin, discovered your identity. You ended his life too. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. Knowing you tied the truth now, nothing deceives his eyes.
Oh dear Lord.
Just to be clear, you are talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin that fits the bill? A Russian assassin of 16 victims to his name? I don't even see one person who fits the bill! So it's true. It was you who did this Cosmo's on. What are you smoking? What? You're applying a revolution too? It's shameful behavior, Naruto. No! Listen! There's no way... Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous.
Yep. No.
How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your goddamn eyes! I am not a Russian revolutionary! Obviously! Oh, forgive me. And as for you! What kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. But I was not. What was I not wrong? Whilst venturing for a flooring plat. Well, yes, maybe. There you have it. What do you make of that, Well, to be honest, this ship is en route to England, and I'm handcuffed to the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really, you can call, it's not really, I'm sure you could call it detection, more plain observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. And my method is founded upon observation and the trifles you see. I announce my findings with my brassy certitude.
Yeah.
And more often than not, I'm right. I don't think you introduced yourself. You introduced yourself. Oh, my apologies. How remiss of me.
In the great.
I didn't know the greatest detective in the century. Greatest? Greatest! Heavy quotations.
Yeah, okay.
I'm no other than the greatest detective in the century. Known to men and women of the world all over.
Sure.
The imitationable Sherlock Holmes. So, it's really you, the actual Sherlock Holmes. The very same.
Sherlock Holmes, come on now.
The imitation of the actual Sherlock Holmes. Do you know this man's suicide? Because to me, he's just a blubbering idiot. The most famous detective in the world. Naruto, of course I do. There's no one who hasn't heard of him. What planet have I been living on then? We must ask him what he's deduced. We'll work out the entire case already, I'm sure. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this?
I don't know.
Alright, well, I think we shall, we're gonna save the game here. I think that's a good stopping point. We'll talk to Sherlock Holmes tomorrow night. God, and people listen to him? I'm sorry, people I'm like, okay, cool. But the minute I heard, you're running from Afghanistan. My lord. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I can't. Oh, well, I'm guessing this is where we get Kazuma's sword. He's not. I'll tell you afterwards. Alright, but guys, Kazuma's dead, which kind of sucks because he was my favorite character in it. I want to try and figure out what this code is, so I'll probably work on it at some point, or we'll work on it tomorrow. Because I'm guessing it's a code for Reynolds.
Who?
Reynolds. Well, that's at least my guess. I think it's a code for him to figure out who actually did it. Well, the only reason I think what the Christ? Well, because see how he has the katana? I think that's Reynolds. I think that's a Kazuma's katana. was thinking of everything that cause maybe this maybe comes into next turn. Oh, I'm guessing that's John Wilson's daughter. Iris Wilson, Baron von Zeeks. He's the prosecutor. Oh. Ooh. Cool. Cool. Alright, I'll have to investigate this. Anyways, guys, so we'll be live tomorrow morning around 10:30ish. We'll be doing Arkham Asylum. We'll be continuing that. We should be meeting up with Scarecrow because we saved all the doctors. So Scarecrow should be coming up next, which I love that part. I love the Scarecrow cutscenes in that game. I think that's what made Asylum stand up for me, was like the whole thing with Scarecrow, the interactions with him. So fun.
Oh.
Yeah, so fun. Yeah.
Well, in the elevator shaft, there is a trophy because that's what Scarecrow was.
I don't know. But we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Thank you all for joining us, and it does mean the world to you guys for just choosing and hanging out with us, just sticking around. If you guys are new, do hit follow. We'll be playing this Wednesday. We're doing The Witcher. We'll be doing this tomorrow night, which I can't wait. Because Kazuma died, which sucks. Why do they need to pull a Mia? Loved Mia and she died. It's like I knew Mia died, which wasn't really surprising. But it was like, they killed off my favorite character. Christ, sucks. Okay, anyways, I'll see you all next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Or the rest of your night, I guess. And, yeah. What's my, useful, obviously, advice for you today? Don't get caught being smuggled onto a ship. Especially some guy who makes half-wit deductions. Good advice, I think. Actually, that could actually apply to it. Who knows? We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Enjoy the rest of your night.